Good evening. It's great that you're here. You see all these chairs empty. Since we're in a Spirit Center, we know that they're very, very complete. And thank you so much for joining us today. We are, as you see the name here, meditating with Jesus. Love it. And we have for us who are involved in mediumship, we have mediumship with Jesus, which is a very, I wouldn't say complex, because it's not, anything with Jesus is not complex. We are the ones who make things difficult. He makes it easy for us. We're the difficult children. But that's pretty much what the program is. Meditating with Jesus is because he is the path. He is the truth. He is the life. So we have in the Spirit's book, question 625, who are the most, which is our reference, but who is our guide? Which are the most enlightened spirit that we can follow, right? The question is not exactly like in those words, but the answer is Jesus. He is the most perfect. He is the purest spirit that touched earth, and he came here because he loved us so much. He didn't need to, because a pure spirit doesn't need to. In his case, he incarnated. We reincarnate. We come in. We do our learning. Sometimes we learn just a little. We need to learn more, and we come back, and we come back. So we reincarnate. So he was, in the circle, in God's circle, and he's like, you see, son, look at the flock. Look at our flock down there, Earth, because, we have this concept that Earth is, the whole universe is us here, and it's like so wrong, right? It's so much for them. It's like, that's your flock right there. You go take care of them. They're all getting astray. On all the little sheep, they're going to the cliff, they're going everywhere. I don't know. If we don't take care of them, it's not going to be a flock anymore. So that's why Jesus came as the good shepherd. And that's why we are in this second half of 2023. Cristiane and I here, it's my partner, we started this program a little over 3 years ago, and the idea is for us to take some time just to we do like an opening, and we talk about the program, and we stay within the what we're explaining about the meditation, because we will do meditation. This is about doing some meditation, but meditation is also something that it needs to be directed. So it's meditation and spiritism, how it comes together, because everything that we do in spiritism, we need to, just like it says there in the gospel, we need quietness. We need to be in serenity. We need sometimes just to take a break, take our times, go in a very quiet place inside of ourselves. We have to find time for us to connect, for us to place ourselves present here, but not just be here, be connected to everything that surrounds us. Because the problem that we are little sheep going astray, as getting ourselves into trouble, having to come here more times than we probably should, and that's nothing wrong with that. Everybody will make their own path, their own program to perfection. We're going to get there. But the problem is that we don't use the tools we have available. In the universe, it's right here. We have, like right here in this room, you have no idea the number of enlightened spirits that came here just for us, and for many, 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 many others that come to a place like this, that's not just made of walls and chairs and roof. What we see physically is because we're so incapable, we're so still in a very rudimentary type of existence now, this spirit here. But there are all of this beautiful beings, beautiful people that come just like parents come to care for their children, like doctors come to care for sick, ill, in many ways. So we are here, and this is all available for us here. The issue is how to connect, how to tap into that energy, how to tap into that source, how do we benefit from it? And that's what we're here for. So we don't pretend to know everything about meditation. We don't pretend to know everything about spiritism, but we work together, and we're consistent enough to bring this the last Thursday of every month. And this whole semester, we're going to be talking about meditation with Jesus, meaning like we take parables from the gospel, Jesus' teachings like 101, and we talk about it and we meditate about it. So without further ado, we're going to invite Chris.
Just do a little housekeeping.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. If you have this little friend here, thanks, Peter. If you can put it... Yeah, you can put in a vibration or turn it off. We're going to be here until 8, and then after this, we'll do the passes. And for this time, let's just be not interrupted by any of these. Any more housekeeping? That'll be it, okay? So just a quick opening, just a quick opening blessing. We thank our mentor spirits or benefactors from this place of this place of blessings. We come together here with one purpose and one purpose only: for us to be here, to feel better, to give, to receive, and just to be part of this beautiful creation, just to be part of the universe that was made for us. And while we are here, we want to benefit from all of this love that's pouring to us, be able to open our minds, receive all kinds of energy, all kinds of vibrations, all kinds of goodness, all kinds of blessings that's poured. And we are the ones who are to receive. We are the ones that at times we also give. And in spirit we say, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, even for the evil that still resides inside of our hearts. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. And so be it. With this opening, my friends, I call our Cristiane here to take over. Thank you.
Well, hello, everybody. It's that Thursday again. One more time, we're going to get together for some fun. It's always fun. I promise you, if you fall asleep during the fun, it's all good.
Still fun.
It's still fun, right? Last time we talked about another parable, and we talked about the wheat and the weed, and we talked about having a little bit of both inside us, and we talked about transmutation, how we try to make our weed become a little more of wheat, and we be plenty of wheat inside us, like our Lord wants us to be, more of the good seeds, and transforming the seeds that are not so good into something a little more positive. The parable that we're going to use today is a little different, but it's still the same. It's about now getting to hear what Jesus has to tell us again, because we don't understand much about the way he comes to us in simple words, and we sometimes think it's just a little story. It's way more than a story. It's him coming down to our level so we can understand. So when he's speaking parables, it's just because we are not that great at understanding the deepness of his true teachings. So he does us like the kindergarten teacher would. Comes down to our level, look into our eyes so we can engage with him. And tonight, we're going to find a way to engage with our Jesus inside in a very fun way. So does that sound good? So let's go. Let's see. Might need some rescue here. Oh!
That's okay. Is that a video?
Yes. So my support system might be able to take care of it.
It doesn't show as a video here.
It was when I put it there.
That's all right. We'll get it.
Go back. No. Doesn't show as.
I'll work with them. That's a back and continue.
Okay. So we can talk about it without, you're going to have to just go with me until the tech support can do something for us. This is the parable where Jesus is talking to the population in Galilee because most of the time he used the nature as a way to teach, because people did a lot of fishing and planting and harvesting. So it's a better way to teach when you teach from where they are. They understood the language of harvesting, so that's the language that he used. So he talked about when the sower comes with the good seeds and ready to sow, some of the seeds are going to fall in a fertile soil, sometimes not so fertile. Sometimes the seeds are going to just fall by the wayside, which means on my way from A to B to plant, some of them are going to fall. Some of them are going to fall into rocky area without very deep fertile soil. Some of them among thorns, and some of them in fertile soils. When I was prepping for this talk, I went to look into how it was done then. And I understood, this is Google News. Back then, they didn't prep the soil like we know to do it in our days. To have a better harvest, a plentiful harvest, you prep the soil. Back then, they didn't. They harvest next season. Whatever the soil looked like, they just throw the seeds in there and see what happens. With time, they learned what worked and what did not work. This is why whatever little rocks from the last time was still there, it stayed. Between one season and the next season, a lot of thorns grew, a lot of weeds grew. They didn't get rid of that either. They just kept throwing the seeds. So sometimes you think, how come they had thorns? It's a field to be planted. Well, they didn't do like we do. We're thinking in these days, but they didn't do it that way. No wonder the seeds had to really do good. They struggled to find a little corner where they could grow because there's so many things that could go.
Too much competition.
Yeah, too much competition. That's right. So this is what we're going to talk about here.
You want the video?
I do, if we have it available, if the magic can happen.
That we're putting the video.
Okay. No, okay. So where will the seeds fall? A lot of competition. The goal is to have the seeds fall into fertile soil, but the chances of them falling into not fertile soil is great because, as we said, there were not a prep for the soil. So when we think about this, I found this image here. Tente outra vez. I don't know how to do it anymore. See? Ay, ay, ay.
This is not a good seed
This is not a good seed. It's not falling in the right spot.
whatsoever. Oh, because
They stopped it.
so guys, you are controlling. That's why she cannot use here.
Oh, it's not my fault then.
Did I say that?
No, I did. I always think it's, isn't that the way we do it? We think it's our fault.
Try. If you see them moving, probably you're not going to have control. But
Okay, never mind. Let me just talk about one more thing. If the seeds, the good seeds are coming our way, where are these seeds coming from? If these are good seeds that are ready to do amazing, are these seeds from any Walmart, Tractor Supply place? No. These seeds come from God, from the Creator. So these are precious seeds. So when they're thrown with this hope of flourishing and fertilizing, fertile soil and growing to become the beauty that they can become, like a tree with lots of fruits, we don't want to waste those beautiful seeds that were preciously given to us. But what happens is sometimes we are not prepared to receive those seeds. We're going to put the parallel here between us being the soil that receives those seeds. How is our soil doing when it comes to being ready to receive the seeds? There is a say that goes, you got to be at the right place at the right time. For you to be at the right place at the right time, you have to be preparing yourself. So when the right time comes, you are there. There is no such thing as, people say, you're so lucky you have this wonderful family. You're so lucky you have this great job. You're so lucky you have good health. The more I work on my health, the luckier I get. The more I work on my skills, the luckier I get. The more I work on the emotions in my life, the luckier I get. So it's work. Everything is work. Nobody sees the behind the scenes, but you do. You're distracting me. Oh, you guys distracting this. Everybody's looking everywhere. But there he comes. He's going to make it happen.
I hope this mouse is terrible. I have to agree with you.
Open the try the arrow to the maximize button.
I can't even see the mouse right now. Oh, okay. The track.
There you go. Don't you love this mouse?
I don't know who changed this, but okay, sorry about that.
Maximize on the corner.
Yeah, let's maximize first.
Right there.
It pays to have good support. Mhm.
Hey, it didn't do anything.
Behold, the sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit. Some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Okay.
Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Now we need to unclick this.
Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Therefore I speak to them in parables. Because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
Sorry about that, guys.
Thank you.
Let's do this.
So while they do that, we're just gonna go over the fact that when the soil is not optimum, we're gonna deal with no fruits at all, sometimes with poorly rooted seeds, and when the soil is better, you will get the more prosperous harvest. And even then, he talks about one more detail. When the soil is fertile, sometimes you get double the harvest, triple. Why is that? Okay, this fertile, even within the good soils, there are nuances that will increase and enhance the ability of the soil to do even better. So even when we think we're doing fantastic, there's room for improvement. There's always something else that we could still be doing. I'm doing great. I produced 100 oranges in my field. You could do greater. I can guarantee you there is something else that you could improve. You could treat that person just a little kinder. You could be just a little more generous. You could be just a little less bitter. You could be just a little bit more patient. There's always some polishing that we can do, right, with our situation. Maybe we will get to the next one. Okay, now I see. So we're gonna use the way to contextualize this with Spiritism. I chose the Spirit's book, question 804. Why has God not given the same abilities and the same talents to all humankind? We asked that question. Why that person has way more opportunities than me? Why is he taller? Why does he have green eyes and I have brown? Why? Whatever. God has created all of us equal. He did create us all equal. And he's talking about the spirit behind this case here. But some have lived longer and consequently acquire more or fewer aptitudes. When we come and when we go, we get new chances to do it right or to do it right. But sometimes we kind of sidetracked and don't always perform like we intended. Most times the intention is good. It's still good. But we don't, because sometimes we just don't understand. We end up not performing to our best. The difference between them lies in their various degrees of experience and the use of their free will. We don't even have to go to the very end of it. Free will, we're going to stop right there. Choices. It all boils down to choices. We are all here with the same opportunities. It might not look that way, but we all, when we first started simple and ignorant, we all came with the same choices. Some of the things that we're going through has to do with choices we have made this morning. Some things we are paying already for the things we chose this morning. If you ate that something that your stomach does not like, the reflux is going to kick in today. It's not going to be tomorrow. Another thing, Some of the things we're paying for choices we made last week, last year, 10 years ago, or a lifetime ago. We just don't always understand, but we just have to remember, this is not our first rodeo. We've been here before, and we didn't always make the right choices. Free will is the key thing here. The other question that I chose was 779. Do humans contain a force within them that propels them forward on the path of progress, or is their progress only the product of education? This is great news for us. Even if you don't study, even if you don't attend fundamentals of Spiritism, okay? Human beings develop themselves naturally. It's the nature of the human being. We all tend to good. We all get there. We progress at different rates. You can change the rate that you progress by studying, by putting more effort in certain things that will add value to your moral development or not. So the rate will change, but in the end, we will all get there. Some of us a little faster, some of us a little slower, but we all tend to good, and we all develop that way. So that's wonderful to know. I wanted to bring the word intuition, because even when you are not attending a class to learn and to grow, we all know inside the answer to the things we go through. The learning from within, that feeling that I need to go this way. I don't know exactly why, but I know. And it feels good. It warms your heart, and that's the way to go. It might not even look right, and you might fall on your face, but then 10 years later, you understand why you fell on your face that day to get to a better place. So in the end, intuition is a good thing. I thought I had another great picture here, but I don't see it anymore, but it's okay. It was a picture of the different kinds of soils. But since I don't have available to us, I'm just going to talk about them. I want to do a correlation between the types of soil to our heart. Because where do we make changes in our life? In our feelings, in our heart. So the changes happen here, in the way we feel, the way we perceive the world, the way we accept things. We get information here, good thoughts or ugly thoughts, good content from the internet, bad content from the internet, good conversation, uplifting conversation, not so good. Everything comes here. Once we have it here, we bring it here. So your heart is where you steer the pot of everything that's in your head, and now you're going to feel it. When you fill your mind with the positive, the good thoughts, what's going to be in your heart to work with is wonderful things. When you don't, it's always the same. The same is true. You won't have good things to work with. So it's important that we feed our mind with the right food to produce something that your heart can work with. Sometimes it's hard because the things that are not so good for us are very tempting. When you watch something, a tragedy on TV, it almost catches your eye, and you want to just see there, and you want to stay and see all the horrible things that happen. It catches you, and also because the media likes to show all the things that are ugly happening. You get to see a lot more of what didn't go well than what did go well, because it sells more. More people are interested in watching what didn't go right. So we have to make a conscious a conscientious choice to go with what feeds our mind, the good food. And then we're going to go and get our heart ready. So we're going to talk about this heart that needs to be ready for when the seeds that God is offering to us will have a fertile soil. I'm going to give an example of a woman that is in her prime time to become a mother. She wants to be a mom. I was that woman. When you want to be a mom, all you see are babies. You just see babies. You want to be a mom. So you, in your heart, you want to be a mom. What are you going to do? You're going to make everything possible so you can be that body that receives that seed at its best. This woman will eat right, will sleep well, will look at pictures of babies, things that warm her heart. She will see beauty in everything because she's preparing to receive that seed that is so precious that God is ready to send. She's going to be on her best behavior. She wants that baby. This is for somebody who intentionally decided, I want to become a mother. Same thing for when you decide, I want that job. What do? You read all the books, you watch all the interviews, you learn everything you can from that company that you're going to apply to. You prep yourself for the interview. You talk to your friends, you have them rehearse with you an interview. You do everything you possibly can to get that job. So you prepare yourself for the possibility of an amazing job that's coming your way. When you meet somebody that you have a crush on, like, ooh, then you're totally on your best behavior. You look as pretty as possible. Your words are so good. You never get impatient. You never get unpolite, and you're always polished, right? You're always polished. That person might say, wow, this is the person I want to hang out with because such a polished person. So this is us being in our best behavior to receive that thing that we think is wonderful and would add value to our lives. So this meditation tonight is going to be about that. That heart that is our soil, that wants to receive all the good seeds that the Lord has prepared and is dying to give us. We need to have that soil ready to accept and let it flourish and let it be the best it can be. So there will be some rocks, yes. Our distractions are going to let some of the seeds fall, near the water, near the sand, elsewhere. So the little animals are going to get, the squirrels will get them. The squirrels are, they get everything. Some of them are going to be choked by thorns. Those are hard, when your seed gets choked by thorns. And some of them are going to become the tallest tree with the best fruit, the yummy mangoes. I love mangoes. Or whatever fruit you desire. Okay, so this is what we're going to do with our meditation tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys produce a lot of good fruit. Let's do it. So we're going to get a little music. If closing your eyes is not your thing, you can lower your gaze towards the ground and you'll be just fine. If we can find a video with some images for the ones who don't want to close their eyes, it's another option. But just remember, closing your eyes is not required. It's just an option to go within. Take a deep breath. How do we get this down? I just don't want this glare. Okay. Shake your arms, shake your shoulders. Deep breath in. Blow it out. Deep breath in. Blow it out. Today we're gonna do one hand on your heart. First, let's warm them up. One hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. So I want you to feel your belly growing a little bit as you take a deep breath. And the belly going down as you exhale. You just want to be here and feel that connection with your breath, with your heartbeat, just finding your rhythm. Inhale and exhale. 2 more like that. And exhale. Another one. Now you know your rhythm. You can let your hands just sit on your lap, relaxed. Just remember the warmth on your heart and your belly going up and down as you breathe in and out. This is our safe place. We will be here for a little bit. We will have a chance to transform within. We're gonna have a chance to experience and practice some intuition, the learning from within. Inhale. Find yourself in a very open space in nature. A place that was once a plantation. Just look around. Rocky areas, dust, dry soil, weeds and thorns, old branches scattered all over. You walk around cautiously, getting acquainted with this space. You wonder, what was planted here last season? You really can't tell. This is just an empty, big, vast space that once was a plantation. Looking at this place makes me think of my heart, of my feelings, of who I am and where I am. Sometimes life gets very confusing, dry and dusty. I can't find my way around. I know I can try something different, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of work. This place does look like my heart sometimes. It does look like my heart today. get a little stuck, a little paralyzed. My breath is caught. It's very uncomfortable. We take a deep breath. And an idea comes to mind. Maybe if I start working on this field, it will also reflect in my heart. Maybe if I make some changes on this field, I'll have some changes in my heart. A deep breath and a smile covers my face. I feel that I have some power in me. I can fold up my sleeves and try to do something about this place. I think I can. I find myself walking around, gathering pebbles, rocks, some of them quite heavy. I start piling them on a side. That's progress. I'll go for more. And I start working a little harder. I get a few more rocks. I'm making this pile outside my field. I can see I've cleared a good spot here. No more rocks, no more pebbles in this little corner of the plantation field. I keep on walking. Some weeds are here. They're so dry. As I touch them, they just lift up, no effort at all. I bundle a lot of them in my arms. Take them to the side. My field is getting clearer. It's very visible now. I see some thorns. Those require a little more cautious. I just bend, reach, find the best way to move them. One at a time, carry them gingerly to the other side, out of my field. Those thorns make me think of some of those feelings I had last week, last year. Those were hard. Those thorns were hard to work with. But I need to be cautious. and take my time, I will move them out of my field. I keep on walking, finding thorns here and there, some little, some big, but they are on my field, and I want them to find a different place. I move them. I work all day. The sweat shows how hard I've worked. My hands are dirty. My nails are dirty. I have scratches on my arms and legs, but my heart feels lighter. I look at the pile next to the field. There are rocks, weeds, thorns. I could try to get rid of them totally, but I decide I want them there. I wanted to be able to look at them every now and then and remember what they've taught me. Those rough moments I had to deal with the rocks in my heart, they taught me something. So looking at these rocks make me think of that. I conquer them. Looking at the weeds and the thorns remind me of lots of things I had to endure. But looking at them at the side of the field reminds me that I was strong enough to conquer them too. I feel lighter. There is a feeling inside my heart that warms my whole body. I dare call it hope. Hope. Why not? I worked so hard. I cleared the field. I feel hopeful. This feeling takes over me. I look up and I see the clouds getting together, heavier, darker, with the promise of a good, long, steady rain. I stand there, feeling the drops coming. They get to me, to my face, to my body. The rain is heavy and gets the soil wet, refreshed, renewed. The dark soil inspire me to walk the field. Shoes off, clear field. I walk in the mud. With every step, my hope grows. With deep breaths, I walk the entire field. Back and forth. As I walk the field, the soil is softer, and so is my heart. Softness, hope. I take a deep breath. Look up with open arms. I decide to ask, because I have heard before, you ask and you shall receive. My dear Lord, I know I had pebbles, rocks, and big rocks on my field, thorns and weeds. Some of them that I brought here myself. Some of them I can't quite explain because my understanding is limited. But right now, my Lord, I have put the work in this field. I've cleared the rocks. I've cleared the thorns. I've cleared the weeds, the branches. And my hopeful feeling brought the rain. I walked the soil. I walked the whole field. And my feet softened the field. Here I am, my Lord, asking you to please send me the seeds of your love, the seeds that I deserve, the seeds that are for me, the ones around me, and the ones I haven't met yet. A tingling sensation fills my heart, and I know my God heard me. The connection happened. My intuition tells me my seeds are here. My heart is softer, warmer, lighter. I walk the field content, and find a place to sit and just watch. I don't know how long I sat there for, but this is what I saw. Little seeds growing in the soil, sprouting everywhere. Before I knew, they were little bushes. And with every breath I took, they seemed to grow taller. And then they were trees. And I am amazed to see how many, the variety, all that God can offer me. So many possibilities, so many colors, so many different textures, different aromas. And I stand up and walk my field. As I get closer, I touch different fruits, different trees, smell different flowers, and my heart grows happier. I have a fertile soil that gives fruit. I am the soil that can receive the seeds of love that God has reserved for me. I walk the fields, and I am certain that my fruits will feed my body, my heart, my soul. You will also feed the ones around me with kindness, with patience, with tolerance. You will feed them with the love that God gave me. I thank you, my Lord, for the harvest. I thank you for all that is possible. I thank you for a variety of fruits that you helped me plant. I take a deep breath and I sit and watch my field. My belly goes a little bigger with a deep breath. With an exhale, the belly softens. A deep inhale with big belly. Exhaling, soft belly. I am content. I am grateful. The field that is fertile is mine to work on. I can come here whenever I want. This is my safe place and is available to me whenever I need it. For now, we'll let the field rest. I will keep in my heart the feeling of accomplishing a day's work. For today, the work is done, and that is enough. We stay here in the safe place, taking deep breaths, keeping the heart calm, the body relaxed.
As we come back from this meditation, let's just reflect upon the words of the sower of our souls, Jesus. And he affirmed to us, "You are the salt of the earth. Be fruitful." So my friends, let's feel ourselves embraced right now by our dear friends, our guardian angels, our spiritual mentors, all of those entities who are next to us, helping us every step of the way and inspiring us to do better every time. Let us be sure that we're not alone. We have a loving Father, Creator. We love it. We have everything we need. We lack nothing. Let's have no fear. Let's be strong knowing that we are a fertile soil, that our seed is good, and we will bear fruits. Let's all be in peace.